Hi everyone, welcome back. Did you see that Woody the other day of Woody's Allotment and Brew channel? He harvested 35 squash. Can you believe it? 35 squash, and they had a total yield of 120 kilograms. That's very, very impressive. Last Sunday I harvested 66 squash. Now admittedly they're quite a bit smaller, but at the time I couldn't be bothered to weigh them. And I surmise there might be about 100 kilograms, 120 kilograms. But having seen Woody's update, I've just got to know what they weigh. So 66, 35 butternut, 20 Ushiki Curry, and 11 Crown Prince. So the question is, do I feel lucky? Well, let's see. Catch you later. Well, what do you think, Woody? Do you think I've got a chance? Look at them. Beautiful, aren't they? Absolutely beautiful. I bet you wish yours looked as nice as this, don't you? Well, this is the first one. This is a Crown Prince. And I've another 10 down there. And I've got the scales ready. Now, I know that there's a limit on these scales, and it's 3 kilograms. So, if I turn this on and pop this squash on, oh dear, it says error. That must mean it's more than 3 kilograms. Right, so I just happen to have with me my trusty carrier bag, and in my pocket somewhere, he says, I've got my trusty little portable scales. So let's get this weighed and let's see what it weighs. And that's the first Crown Prince, and as you can see it weighs a marvellous 3.94 kilograms. And I'm going to put it down now because it's quite heavy, and have another 10 of those. So I'm now going to weigh an Ushiki Curry, and we'll see what that weighs. So for the Ushiki Curry, this is the first one, and I tried this on the normal scales and I got an error message straight away, and I got very excited. But then I realised there was no way that it weighed more than 3 kilograms, and so the scales must be on the blink. So it's back to the carrier bag and the portable scales. First of 20 Ushiki Curry. And that's the first Ushiki Curry, and that's 2.38 kilograms. Another 19 of those to weigh now. But before I do that, I'll weigh one of the larger butternut squash just to see what that weighs. And now for the Hunter butternut squash, and this looks like it's a beauty. This could be a 3 kilogram one. I wish I could say they're all this size, because as you can see to the side, they're not. There are a few baby ones as well, but there are 35 anyway, so let's get this weighed. And the first butternut weighs 2.77 kilos. I'll write that on my list now, and then I'll come back with the final tally, and we'll see what we've got. Hi, welcome back, and I have to say, I'm not doing that again. If I'd known, Woody, how long it was going to take, I wouldn't have done it. It's taken me about an hour to weigh them in the greenhouse, and it's been really warm, so I've had to take my sweatshirt off. But the results are in, and if we look at my sheet of paper here, we'll see that the Crown Prince came in at 43.24 kilo. The Curry at 28.18 kilo, and the Hunter butternut at 28.45, giving me a total of 100.87 kilograms. So that's as near as, damn it, exactly 100 kilograms. So I've been well and truly bested by that lad, Woody. Well, I thought it would be a little bit closer than that, but I can't grumble, and they do look really nice, and they taste even better. So we'll have to do a taste comparison, Woody, when you get down to eating yours. So yeah, that's it. Bested by a better man, and I'll catch you later. Hi, I'm glad that's over. I think I suffered a little bit of heat stroke, and I had planned to show you around the plot and show you a few beds that I've made up for next year, because I'm thinking about extending the no dig onto another plot. But I think that'll have to wait now because I'm dog tired. I had an early finish at work and I thought I'll go down the plot and have a restful half an hour. It turned out to be an hour lugging squash about. So, but anyway, that's done. I've put together a collage of pictures that I took at the Malvern Show last weekend. And if you've watched Nigel's last update, that's Muddy Boots, for those that have not seen his channel before, you'll see that we bumped into one another. There were several YouTubers that were there over the 2 or 3 days, but on the day that I was there, on Sunday, Terry King, the robotic allotment gardener, was there. Nick from Nick's Allotment, that's NIC, he was there as well, and of course Nigel. And Nigel did a little interview, and that's on his update, which you can have a look at. And yeah, I just wanted to say that I had a really great time, and all of the exhibits in the various show marquees were fantastic as well. It was a cold day, so I spent most of the time looking at the exhibits, and I really enjoyed it. But one of the things I enjoyed more than anything really was just meeting up with Nick, Terry and Nigel. They're really nice blokes. When you see people on the YouTube channels, often they're quite nervous, aren't they? Unless you're Nigel. Nigel's a natural, and his editing's really good, and his videos are very entertaining, and you just feel really welcomed into his plot and what he's doing. For the rest of us mere mortals, you know, it's a little bit harder. We're perhaps sometimes a little bit nervous or a bit wordy. Repeat ourselves, that's my thing. I always go around the houses and say the same thing several times. But when you see people on YouTube, they are quite nervous sometimes and stumble over the words. But when you meet some of these people in real life, it's a real eye-opener. Both Nick and Terry, great guys. Terry's a real smiler. He's really positive. A joy to be with, really. I only spent maybe an hour with him, but he's a really lovely guy. Nick's the same, really jovial, very relaxed, as is Nigel as well, and all very selfless. There's no ego at play, they're really down to earth, so I would recommend that you go and visit their channels. They've already had a shout out from Nigel, but I think it needs to be said again, that they're passionate about the gardening, they pay attention to detail, they do things on a large scale in some instances. I know Nick has got a really large allotment, so if you see it with weeds from time to time, you just have to bear in mind that it's a massive plot. It must have about 1/3 of an acre or something. Both Terry and Nigel pay tremendous attention to detail, and they're to be admired for, you know, their approach and the methodology. So great guys. Go and visit the channels, and I'm sure you'll subscribe. Anyway, enough talking, and I'll show you the collage now. Okay, all the best.